Hey, how's it going there? Coming out of quarantine here. Nah, we're still in quarantine. There's former world champion Tommy B. Bottone. Fought kickboxing for over 17 years, and they asked me at this combat martial arts video magazine. He asked me to say a few words because I've been a part of it basically since it started. It's a great thing. Basically the reason why we became involved with each other is because the page basically does the same thing that I do. We basically believe in all martial arts. They're all good. There's no ultimate style, in my opinion anyway. I came up as a wrestler first, street fighter. Got thrown out of school every year for about 8 years straight until I turned 16. So even though I was a pretty good wrestler, I could never go to the counties or the states or anything because I was thrown out of school every year. So, I went to a very good wrestler in high school, along with high school, but it just, it wasn't in the cards for me, So basically I found kickboxing. Kickboxing basically saved me from getting in trouble all the time in the streets. I was born in the Bronx, but moved out to Long Island when I was about 8 years old. So basically, I was born in the Bronx, raised on Long Island. So we like to say Bronx born, Long Island strong. Anyway, the page basically relates to what I believe in. I've always believed in all aspects of martial arts. I started with wrestling, then I did Sanshou for years. I also did karate tournaments. I did kung fu tournaments. Went to a boxing gym for years. I was trained by Howard Davis Jr.'s brother, Kenny Davis, great boxing coach. So I've always been very well-rounded, and I've always believed in all styles can contribute to you becoming a better fighter. And the way this page is run, I believe that they believe the same thing. So that's why I'm always, on there speaking sometimes, and I'm always liking everything that they do because it's very similar to my beliefs. So I just want to, give a shout out to Combat Arts Video Magazine and say, listen, keep up the great work because you're pushing forward. We gotta keep martial arts alive. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a karate school, kung fu school, jiu-jitsu school, taekwondo school. It doesn't really matter. Get your kids into something good, something positive. If you want them to become a professional fighter later on, you're gonna have to get good at something. Usually you get good at something first, and then you develop it. Most MMA fighters come from one style or another first. They're really good at it. Then they start adding other things to it. This is my martial arts school. It's known as AFC, Kickboxing, MMA, and Self-Defense. But some people kind of lost the fact that AFC was started as American Fighting Concepts. That's the name of our school. That's what our style is. It's a mixture of all different kinds of fighting. It's what we've always done. We opened in 1996. And in 1996, there were no schools doing this. There were many schools that taught, they had their best karate fighters that would go to kickboxing, and the UFC started in 1993, but even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys from Brazil that were doing that kind of fighting, they basically were coming from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools. They weren't really schools like this that never focused on one particular style. We always taught everything. So when a child starts in our school, we teach them how to punch, kick, and wrestle. We teach them self-defense. We teach them everything. We teach them pressure points. We teach them how to win fights, basically. We have a joke that we say in our school that, you heard of Wing Chun? Bruce Lee started with Wing Chun. We don't do that. We do Win-ing. I know it's kind of silly, but, it's our saying. So, it's what we've always believed. It's what we've always done. I trained and fought in many different styles of fighting. Trained with some of the best guys from the UFC, from boxing, from kung fu. I trained with some great karate people. I trained with great people in all different martial arts and boxing, and wrestling. So I've never like thought, hey, this guy's so great. This is the greatest thing. No, I want to just, train with the best people, learn as much as I can, add to what I know so I can become better as a fighter, become a better complete fighter. So my recommendation to anybody is be the best you can be at whatever you're doing, and if you want to be a professional fighter, it's a lot of hard work. There's no shortcuts, like you're not going to become an internet star. That's not how you become a great fighter. You have to keep fighting and keep winning, keep fighting hard fights. You want to fight all easy fights, you're not going to become known as a great fighter, because when you get to the great fighters, it's going to show that you didn't have the right kind of fights on the way up. So, it's not an easy test. You have to train really hard, believe in yourself, believe in your trainer, stay loyal to the people who helped you along the way. And, that will come back to you. Hard work always pays off. I don't care if it's in business, in schooling, in martial arts, in fighting, it's all the same. Martial arts is life. If you train really hard and you dedicate your whole life to it, you're going to be good at it if you have the natural ability. That's another thing I believe. I don't believe everybody's cut out to be the greatest fighter in the world. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a greatest fighter in the world. You basically have to have heart, will, determination, not only to win, but to train every day till it hurts. There's no you're the best. You're the best today, and then tomorrow somebody else comes up and they're better than you. You got to keep training and get better every single day. So that's my advice to people: is just train hard, fight harder. All right, keep up the good work, everybody. Keep on kicking. Tommy B out.